of BSing with Y Eagle Y, a veteran run podcast where real talk, music, and good vibes collide. We bring you comical relief with our open season episodes and interviews with bands across every genre, from rock to country to hip hop. Catch every episode on Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify. Or visit us anytime at bsnwithyeagley.com. I want to give a big shout out to Ed, the man behind Static Shift Radio, holding it down for rock artists and keeping the scene alive. Go show him some love and check out the website where you can find Static Shift Radio Station and upcoming events. That's staticshiftradiostation.com. Also, a shout out to a good friend of mine, not only the host of Fergin Around, but co-host of Retro FM podcast and sometimes BSing with Y Eagle Y. That's the Ferg. Now rolling with me today, co-host Reggie the Great, beach creator straight out of Colorado. And we can't forget about our producer, Disease, keeping us and the sound in check. The band we have today is straight out of Suffolk, England, the UK. Aethoria delivers hard-hitting metal with a cinematic edge, crushing riffs, powerful vocals, and a deep emotional punch make their sound impossible to forget. They're forging their identity on the world stage, and they're coming in loud. Please welcome Mecia and Alex.
Oh,
Hello.
hello. Thank you. What a lovely
Yeah.
intro.
Yeah.
Well, um, you also have you have two guitarists in the band. You have Alex and then Tom, bass player Connor, and drums Lee.
hmm
How did you all meet?
So, I met Lee, the drummer, in college, like when we were like 15, when we were a lot younger than we are now. Um, and we did college, sort of almost like parted ways, didn't really speak to each other an awful lot. And then it must have been tail end of last year. He'd been to my recording studio a few times to like practice drums, record some other bits, and he sort of popped up on Instagram. It's like, how would you feel about joining a band? And I was a bit like, well, yeah, maybe. And I don't know. I've not really missed like gigging because I haven't played any gigs since like before, like we had COVID, like lockdown in this country. But I was like, yeah, why not? I've got nothing to lose. And then, so through this is the band, and so through that is then how I met like Tom and Connor. I think I met Mecia, maybe I want to say once before, where you
hmm
come to the studio to work on like a song.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it all sort of really came from Lee for me, for like Lee, who I'd met, like I say, a long time ago, sort of lost touch with, and then yeah, reconnected with, sort of very recently.
And then I think Lee was kind of like the middle ground, wasn't he? Because I'd met him. Well, he was our drummer in our last band, which we had a project called Cicadia. And that was going for a couple of years, but only in the public eye for maybe 6 or 7 months. And we needed a new drummer. And I found Lee on my Facebook. He popped up and said, "Yeah, I'd love to join." So he came in and he was great and everything was going great. But then Cicadia fell apart. And me and Lee had all this, we were just so bummed. We were putting everything into it. He'd only been in Cicadia maybe like 6 weeks or something crazy, like not long at all. But he'd gone out and bought a new drum kit. He was like, "I'm ready to smash this. I'm ready to go out there and do it again." He was so invested. So I think his and my energy it was aligned. And we both knew that, right, okay, we have to continue. And Lee, he's quite quiet at first, takes a bit of time to get to kind of open up. But as the time went on, he was like, "Oh, by the way, I can actually write a little bit as well. So maybe we could continue something ourselves." And he was like sending me demos, and then me and him decided, right, we're gonna go forward, and we found Alex, and yeah, so he was kind of our middleman, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I think like you already knew Tom, didn't you, before the other guitar
Yeah,
player?
yeah,
Asked him to to join, because you basically, like, from your last band, it was just you and Lee left, so you needed basically a whole new lineup. And then so you knew Tom, and then Connor, like, none of us knew. I think Lee put an advert up on like a join my band website, and he just happened to see it. We'd auditioned a few other bass players that we kind of had found through like Facebook and Instagram and things like that, but they didn't work out. But then when we when Connor like just randomly emailed us after seeing this advert, we were like, okay, auditioned him, and it was like, okay, you're going to join the band, aren't you?
He was funny because he was like he was quite hard to navigate at first. We were interested in him, and he was a bit, I need to hear your stuff first, I'm not messing around anymore. And we were like, okay, we'll send you our stuff. And then he was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm in. So thankfully we got him, because that was in like December, January, and we were set to record in like February. So we were like, how are we doing this? We have no bassist. So anyway, we got Connor, thankfully, and he completed the 5-pack.
That's awesome. It's hard to deny good vibes, good energy when you meet people, right? When you start working on music.
Energy is key, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask how you guys write your records, because I know there's 5 of you. It's probably hard to get all 5 in a room at once to do anything like that.
Yeah, it's nice that someone appreciates it, isn't it? Nice that somebody gets it. Yeah.
It's a real I would say it's a mix, but like the 3 singles we've put out so far, I mean, they've been like 90% written by Lee, and they were sort of songs he brought to the band. And then when we all did get in a room together, that's when they sort of changed and became sort of the songs they are now. Just little things like, I might be like, oh, I actually think like it would be good to change the riff in this section. Why don't we use this riff instead? But those first 3 singles, he sort of had the real sort of bones of the songs already together. I think because he's very in tune with the kind of like style of music we play, most stuff, like we recently just wrote a song, and the majority of the ideas were songs that I bought, towards the song. But he's a really good sort of sounding board to be like, actually, I don't think that fits our style as such, because traditionally this kind of like hard rock that we play is not sort of the music I listen to an awful lot. I like a lot more prog and heavier stuff, or like the opposite, like really more kind of electronic and ambient things. So it's really good to have him be like, okay, actually we need to like shape this differently to make it stay in our style.
He like filters it out, doesn't he? Almost like we take stuff, like everyone can write in the band, and we all kind of take stuff to, he's like the oracle, and he like filters it out so that we stay. Otherwise we can go a little bit off piste with everybody's styles. We've got death metal fans, we've got, we all listen to such varied tastes that it could be a bit, okay, are we a little bit confused? Do we need to like, so he's kind of, like you said, a really good sounding board. But we came into this project and we were like, right, what do we want to sound like? And there are a lot of bands now that are quite, new metal, which we love. But we figured that actually let's maybe try and be a little bit more early 2000s, Alter Bridgey, Evanescence-y, that kind of nostalgia kind of vibe. And that is his vibe. So it comes more easier to Lee to kind of write those riffs. And it comes really easy to me to then be able to sing to it. So it just works that way. And we kind of then fine tune it as a band, don't we?
Yeah.
That's great that you guys have that that bond, that you can trust each other, and it really shows in the records. I was a little disappointed there wasn't more records yet. So what's the plan for upcoming records?
Yeah.
According to our Instagram, you're not the only one. Because like we only sort of launched as a band earlier this year, but it's become quite apparent that we need to get some more music out, because particularly recently, like our social media's really sort of caught fire. So we've been getting a lot of when's the next, like, when's the more music coming? So I think the current plan is we're currently sort of halfway through recording a single at the moment, and we're trying to get that done and out as quickly as possible, like by the end of the year, to get that out. And then whilst working on that single, we're also working on our album. We've got most of that written. We've started recording it, and we're aiming for like a spring next year to release that.
Nice.
Okay, awesome. Good to hear.
Yeah, we've worked pretty quickly. You know, it's hard to keep on top of it all once you've got to write and you've got to do your socials. You've got to do so much admin. It would just be incredible if we just got to get together to write all the time. But it's so much you have to do now.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's quite sad because writing comes to the bottom of the pile. But thankfully the tracks are written, so we just need to get time to get in the studio. Yeah.
So are you guys handling your own social media and everything like that?
Yeah, we do everything ourselves. Yeah, we make all the content. Mecia sits on it all day, posting and replying to comments.
Oh no, not the comments.
Not this is it. But you know, you're going to get people that you know, they really invest, and we're a small band, and I think it's important to, you know, to speak to these people and to make connections with these people because they're the people that are there from the beginning. So I really try to, you know, respond to everybody, but I didn't expect it to blow up, obviously, as quickly as it did. And it went from like, I don't know, 1,600 followers to like 40 something thousand. And I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to get to respond to every one of you, but I'm trying.
The gift and the curse.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Very grateful, but yeah.
Well, we speak about the singles, and I would like to know if we could play a song for our audience from your album or from your singles. But before I do, I would like to ask you a question about, because I was listening to your very first song, your very first single, Tamed. And so I wrote down some stuff. The buried mess from mundane strikes again a dormant ache, freed from restraint, spread like wildfire. It gave me a feel of someone grappling with long suppressed emptiness or dissatisfaction, something ordinary that has grown burdensome, and now it's erupting. You may be able to shine some more light on that for me and the audience.
So thank you for picking that out, because not many people, I think, hear that line amongst everything else. Tamed has such a big chorus, and there's other lines that stick in your head, I think, you know, more than the verses. But the verses to me in Tamed are my absolute favorite of anything I've written. I think so that in particular, the buried mess from the mundane strikes again was that was the first thing we wrote in Aethoria after Cicadia, and it was about, I'd lost a dream, I'd lost a passion, and it was that realization of having to sit with, this is my life now. I don't get to do what I love. I just have to be in this mundane, be in this routine, and it wasn't enough. And it was like this gnawing ache of, this life feels empty. It was striking so hard. And that was then about bringing that fire back to life. How, you know, through the song, it's about, you know, I can't be this mundane. There's more to life than this. So yeah, it's really about that, defying it and saying, no, I'm going to listen to this feeling. I'm not going to wake up every day and just roll with, this is life. You have a choice every day to go for what you want to go for.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. There was a couple more that I've actually picked up on as well. I hope you don't mind. You know,
No, that's great.
So you spoke of, it was a large chorus. Well, I had a section, time to breathe again. Now I see the light at the end. A new dawn begins. Take your right and claim this day, and fix the broken of yesterday, and reignite this burning flame, for it won't be tamed. You know, it seems like focus the shift here from being overwhelmed to seizing the day, so to speak.
Yeah. exactly that. That was the feeling I got when I started to feel relief, when I started to feel excitement again. And I knew that your gut tells you when you're on the right path for something. Your gut says, I'm happy, I'm feeling something, I'm feeling passion. And I knew that was that as soon as we got together as a band, my life felt complete again. It felt like it had purpose again. And that was what I knew. I have to listen to this fire that is inside of me, because we all have it, and we just sometimes we can't tune in. But I knew that moment I met Alex, I got in the studio, I sung that chorus the first time, and it was like, yeah, this is right. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I'm chasing that fire.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, you got to get it out. You know it's in there. You got to get it out.
Thank you. Exactly. Sorry, I've got to let my dog out. He's by the back door trying to go out.
Got to get him out too.
Yeah, exactly that.
Well, this would be the perfect time if you guys wouldn't mind if we would play the song "Tamed."
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So disease is going to mute each one of us once I get it started. It tends to affect the sound quality of the song, so we don't want that.
Sure.
Dormant age freed from restraint, spread like wildfire through her veins. It claims its place until no memory remains. It all remains. Time to breathe again. Now see that light at the end. A new dawn begins. Take your right and claim this day, and fix the broken of yesterday, and reignite this burning flame, for it won't be tamed. A wanderer trying to find a home in the unknown. A dream that fades into the sea. For what I've learned is rooted deep and taking hold, like a river flowing free. Time to breathe again. Now see that light at the end. A new dawn begins. Oh, take your right and claim this day, and fix the broken of yesterday, and reignite this burning flame, for it won't be tamed. Time to breathe again. Oh, I can see the
Are we
All
unmuted
right.
now?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're back.
I just have to say that it sounds like you guys have been playing together for a million years. Like everything
Yeah.
is so
Oh,
tight and in sync.
Thank you.
Yeah.
we appreciate
Respect.
that so much.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to get two guitars and a drummer on the same page all the time, but it just
Hmm.
sounds so good.
I
Yeah.
have to just say, like, one
Cheers.
thing I think is, especially the fact that like Lee is writing some of these songs and then on guitar, and then kind of giving that to our two guitarists, Alex and Tom, for them to put their bits on it. There's just no egos in this band, I find, and you know, Alex and Tom are brilliant guitarists, and I think they're just, I don't know, everything in this band just works. You know, like you say, you think it sounds like we've been doing it for a while, and I can't believe that was our first song. I
Yeah.
just think that just goes to show you the nice people that we're working with. We're very lucky.
I mean, even when we first met up and we like that was the song we were gonna like jam, so we had something to play together. I think at that time, I don't think you were there for that one. I think it was just me, Tom, and Lee.
Maybe, yeah.
Or I think one of the first ones, and it was like even then when it was just the three of us, or even if it was one of the first ones where you were there, where it was the four of us, it felt like we had played together before, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why everyone kind of bought in early on to really put a lot of their time and effort into it and energy, because
Yeah.
it instantly just felt like we'd been playing together. Even when Connor joined, someone that we neither of us knew before, even when he started playing with us, we're like, oh, he wasn't like, oh, he's an incredible bass player. Obviously he's a really good bass player. I wasn't even having the band.
Hmm.
It was more just the fact that it was like, oh, he just feels like he fits.
Yeah.
It feels like we've played with him already,
Yeah.
which I think was the big indicator for us why
It
yeah,
definitely
why we
sounds
sort of,
like it. So,
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's
Cheers.
awesome.
That's really
Thanks.
cool.
so in the second verse, a wanderer trying to find their home in the unknown, a dream that fades into the sea. Felt like, you know, you maybe were an outsider or maybe searching for belonging.
Hmm.
Maybe perhaps weighed down by an unrealistic dream or
Hmm.
a fear of losing them.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it was trying to find what in the song. I felt like it progresses. It tells a story. It starts off with this is the mundane, this is the ache, this is the realization, this is my life. I have this option of like what I want to chase, what I want to go for. Do I follow it? I'm so lost, you know, trying to find where your place is. So many people have this confliction between their head and their heart, and they can't often find, you know, the right path, and we all struggle with that. So I think I was going through the same thing. Do I choose my head? Do I just go with the 9 to 5? Do I just focus on that? What the majority of people do, you know, that's great. But this is what it's giving me, an ache inside, an emptiness inside. So that second verse is about, I'm trying to find where I belong. I'm trying to find what it is that I do without writing music, and what is that? Because this dream is fading now. So yeah, it was it's progressing through the song. And I think most people relate to that second verse, because a lot of people, to a degree, let their dreams go at a certain point in life. Like, when do you decide to let something go?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we all come, you know, or most of us, you know, have that feeling. You know, you work so hard for something,
Mm,
and then you don't know if it'll be here tomorrow.
mm.
You know, or maybe slipping away, or you know, there are different aspects of, you know, people have.
And it's
But
risky as well, isn't it? You know, to
oh
chase a
yes,
dream is like, it's putting yourself on the line. You know, you're bound to get hurt if you chase something. You're bound to put yourself through stress. It's easier to take a back seat, to not do that, to just drift. You know, a lot we do that. We're all guilty of doing that, because sometimes we can't face the crushing reality that we might not achieve.
yeah, and
Um, yeah.
yeah, Mecia, I have to agree with you, and but my advice is you'll never know unless you, if you don't try. So, and you've already taken that step, and being that this band is fairly new, I would beginning of this year,
Yeah,
come
maybe
together
launched. Yeah,
and look at
Yeah.
you grow. Look at you grow. So
that's the universe. We think.
Yeah,
This
it's
feels.
definitely
It
a
feels
sign.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a sign.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because lots of people attempt to start a band or put records out, but they don't really get the traction they think they might need. But I think you guys are doing a great job so far.
yeah,
Thank you. I think we've
Thank you
all
so
got
much.
that point in life where we're not here to mess around and see if it takes off by chance. I don't want to have any regrets. I don't want to look back in 10 years and say, if I just gave a 10% more, we might have got there. I want to give the 100% now and more. And then if it doesn't work out, we know in 10 years' time, we can say we gave everything. We did everything within our power. And that was just the way it was. But I feel like we're putting this in and it's coming back. So it's just a positive sign to keep putting it in, keep growing, hopefully.
I can't
Hell
wait until
yeah.
y'all come to the States.
Oh, I hope so. It's my
International
dream.
tour for y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love it. It's like total dream.
A little world tour, nothing major,
Yeah.
just like a little thing.
Just a cheeky world tour. That's
So yeah, the second song that our single that you came out with, bring me home. Listen to that one as well. There was a couple things that I picked out of it. Like I dissect the songs. I hope you don't mind.
it's all good.
I learned that from my good buddy the Ferg. Shout out to him because he's pretty thorough. I got to give it to him.
Nice.
But since he's not here, he was sorry he couldn't make it. He had to work to do.
Oh,
He was wanting to be here for this interview.
oh, bless
But
him. Maybe we can catch him another time.
so, bring me home. It takes no refrain for the new day that's rising, bravely making its way. No reckoning. Those who long for despising, there's no place for hate. Seems to suggest the start of something new, a new day, a refreshing beginning, a break from negativity.
It is. It's like that perfect second song because it was Tom actually that picked this out to me once. He was like, he always loves to hear the lyrics and I send them over and he's like, oh, so this means this. And, oh, I understand what you're saying now. And he was kind of like, do you hear like the story that you're telling through these 3 tracks? And the first verse of Bring Me Home is very much like, a new day's coming, we're bringing you back to yourself. It's happening. And the song is very, we had someone write it about it saying it's like almost like a song in a hurry. It's punchy. It's like in your face. It's happening. And that's very much how I felt like it was like, right, okay, we're done with hanging around with moping. We're going, the new day is coming. What are you going to do about it? You need to seize it. So it's very kind of that high energy, like get to it.
Yeah. And I'm glad to see you get excited about talking about your music, Alex. She said she wouldn't. She was going to let you do most of the talking.
I can't help it. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, it's
No,
awesome.
that's
That's
how it
that's
works.
awesome.
I mean, everyone else on this call knows more of the lyrics than me, so it's no good asking me about it.
That's true.
But it's okay. We would rather talk to people who are passionate
Yes.
about the
Yeah.
craft instead of
You know.
just some face from Instagram,
Yeah.
Especially a band that gets along well, and in short amount of time too. I have to say, So
Yeah.
I hate to
Definitely.
keep hitting on that, but that's pretty awesome. So
I think it's very rare, isn't it? It's I think perhaps because we've all been in bands before, sorry, my dog's decided to go crazy in the background. But we've all been in bands, and I think we it's almost like it's not business, but it's almost like we are. It's almost like we are trying to work together. You know, it's like we're managing it. It's like we have to get to it a lot quicker. We don't have the time of when you're 18. So we've all got that experience. We understand where things fall apart. And my God, sorry, my dog is actually dancing around in the living room trying to get my attention. Sorry.
I have dogs myself, so
Love
Had to-
dogs. They're the best.
I had to take them out before this show, or they'd be trying to get my attention as well.
Yeah, he's been out twice. And he's just decided to wake up. I'm very sorry.
No, you're good. No, that's nothing. So, pre-chorus, pull yourself from the trenches you made. The earth consumes you in. Drown out the voices that withhold you today. Let your truth begin. Just the rise out of self-created situations. That's what it gives off to me.
That's good. I'm glad you get it. Sometimes I fear I babble too much, so that's good you get it.
Well, I'm hoping I get it right.
Yeah.
Because everybody can read something and take it in a certain direction, any direction, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But what trenches you made is what kind of stuck out with me, and then overcome internal voices of doubt and begin being real, and authentic. So let your truth begin. So
Yeah, definitely. It's I'm glad you got it. I think when you're songwriting, I try to leave things sometimes a bit as vague as possible, because you want to let people open it up to their interpretation so that they can have a certain relatability to it. So it's not just on this one, very fixated. When I'm listening to songs, I like to be able to try and hear a hook that I can relate to. And I think with that, a lot of people can, because it's that internal, like, well, this fell apart before maybe I'm just not good enough for this. Maybe I'm not meant to be doing this.
yeah.
But it is about, don't let that stop you. Don't, come back to yourself, realize you're coming back to your center, and bring me home is literally like bringing yourself to yourself, batting away that negativity, because it will always try and keep you small, and it will always try and protect you from taking risks, because your brain thinks you're just going to get hurt. But you have to take that aside and realize that, okay, this is what sets me on fire, though, inside in my belly. I have to go for it. So yeah.
Agreed.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And when we get to the chorus now, where is my mind? Interrogating all the time until I've lost sight of who I am inside. Won't you bring me home tonight? Like you're questioning yourself, feeling lost, disconnected from yourself, and seeking something or someone. Bring me home. Metaphorically, return yourself to the state of belonging.
Exactly.
So,
If only everyone interpreted my songs like you. I think you've done a great job there.
let me tell you,
He's the song
Ferg.
whisperer.
Look, nah, I can't say that. Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. So, the Ferg is normally doing this, right? So I was like, man, I'm gonna do some research. He does such a great job on interviewing, like doing the album reviews. So like when he does your album reviews, I mean, I watch them. I watch all his reviews.
Oh.
And we all work as a team here, like y'all work as a team as a band.
Yeah.
And I picked up some habits from him, and I think they're good. So.
That's brilliant. You're doing great, ma'am.
But I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's nice to hear that people do listen to the lyrics, and I think that's why people have obviously favorite songs. Sometimes a riff might hit harder, but for a lot of people, we've had comments like, "Oh, this I really needed to hear this today. Like I really relate to this lyric," or this is exactly what I'm going through. And I think a lot of people felt that, especially with Stepping Stones. Like that seems to have like the biggest relatability. But lyrics, there's a lot in lyrics.
Oh yeah, unless Stepping Stone.
Oh, that's a beast.
That's quite a convenient segue then, yeah.
So you know,
Yeah.
normally
Yeah,
I type.
we do our homework over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, normally I would type it up, but I'm gonna tell you, having a day job, and I'm sure y'all can relate, as you don't have the time always to be able to type stuff up or to be able to get together and
Gosh.
plan
Time is a
everything out.
luxury, isn't it? It's a
It
real
is.
luxury.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
definitely is.
Yeah.
And so when I do get a chance, like say if I'm at work and I have a break, I'll sit there and I'll listen to your song and I'll break this thing down like this here.
Oh,
And I broke down every section that would caught my attention. And
is this where the
so
extra 10,000 streams came from then? Was that
look,
Came from
you?
us studying
I,
music.
it might be, might be. No, I've definitely played it several
Oh,
times.
what's your
But
favorite?
I'd have to say for me, Tamed is the one that
Hmm.
really for me.
Yeah. I think I'm going back to that one now. Everyone loved Stepping Stones, but that's like Tamed. Tamed makes me smile every time I hear it. So I think it's got to be that one for me.
I mean,
Yeah.
again, it sounds really, really good. And
Oh,
then just
Yeah,
carrying through the song, and then you hear the that last breakdown before the pre-chorus just hooked me.
I like
Ed,
that bit.
Ed, Ed's
Had to
got your
keep
10K playing on the radio station.
had to keep playing it.
Oh, amazing.
No, but yeah, I did do, you know, some thorough for Stepping Stone as well. Or, yeah, Stepping Stones as well.
Of
And
course.
let's see here. So the opening lines is definitely, reaches out to you. Clenching the ache of yesterday, it still feels so real, craving to find the light of today and to find a reason to heal.
Hmm.
Just speaks of lingering pain from the past and, a desire to move to something better, so.
I feel bad for the rest of the guys that have to hear me constantly go on about the ache of the thing that fell apart. But I always find that what songwriting, it does come best from pain.
It
Um,
can be cathartic, can't it?
yeah, and when you're feeling something, that's often when you're writing the best things. Like there's the amount of times I've sat down and I've gone to try and write something, and I'm like, I'm too happy to write anything. Like I don't, I don't know what to write about. But in those three songs, it was Tamed. It was about the mundane. Bring Me Home. It was about I'm trying to find myself. And Stepping Stones, it was like, okay, it's almost like I'm letting this go, and I'm ready to plunge into this next thing. So it's like a story for me. And Stepping Stones, yeah, it's still about that inside ache. That I'm still hurting inside, but I'm just trusting that I can move forward with this. And trying to find the light in this every day. When you lose something that you put your whole heart into and your whole life into, and it's just suddenly gone, and you don't have any power over that, you're just told that's the way it is.
Yeah.
It felt like a really big. I went into a deep, dark depression, and for a couple of months there, I was struggling. So I think it became my baby. Songwriting became my thing, and to let go of it and to start totally again was scary. And that is where I think Stepping Stones is like that realization of like I need to find a light and go for this new thing.
Yeah, almost like leaves a scar on you, You
Yeah,
still, you remember it, it's there, but you have to move forward and heal.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
Well, speaking of stepping stones, the video is amazing. First of
Uh,
all, along with the song, the video is awesome. So, how did the idea for the video come about?
I think that came about because we were. So do you wanna go?
No, you go.
I was gonna say I think that came about because we were cheap.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to have to pay like a load of money for a location, and Mecia just
Okay.
happened to know someone that like had access to this like hangar. But obviously the video turned out like amazing. I think it's everyone's favorite video. The videographer we worked with on the Tamed video and the Stepping Stones video is the same guy. Yeah,
He's the
we're going
best.
to work with him as much as possible because he's just so good.
Mhm.
He really buys into what your vision is as well, and
Mhm.
like adds a lot of value to that. So yeah, it was really really exciting one to work on.
He's very artistic, isn't he? And
Yeah,
you know, he's actually a musician himself, so he really understands
Okay.
how a
That
band
makes
wants
sense.
to come across. Yeah, I think that makes
yeah,
all the
Because
difference, you
it's
know.
the
yeah,
energy with the whole package is,
Yeah.
kind of felt like everybody was working together. So
Yeah, he's we only just met as well on the Tamed video. So, you know, he walked into the room and we're like, okay, great, we're just going to shoot a video with this random guy. And then when it came to Stepping Stones, you know, I had like this black, he wanted me to put this like black paint across my face and frolic around in the woods. And I felt like an absolute lunatic. But he's like, come on, Mecia, for the art, you know, do it for the art. And I'm like, I feel like an idiot. But he's absolutely fantastic. So he really pushes us beyond our comfort zones. And I think we're lucky to have someone on video who's got crazy skill on video, but just being that musician kind of type person as well, he really gets it. So he could really help elevate that video.
Nice. I tell you what, if you would like and let us, we would play the video for Stepping Stones for the audience, and
Yeah.
um, and I see we're coming. It's getting close to time. I know you have a show tonight,
Yes.
so we'll let the video play and then the last comments, and then we'll bring it to a close for everyone.
Great. Thank you.
brilliant.
Uh-oh. All right, everybody see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quenching the ache of yesterday, it still feels so real. Craving to find the light of today, to find a reason to heal. And though they say come made to find the expected pain, the struggle within remains, but I'll keep finding my way. The self-oppression fights it, this self-longing for decay. Within my reach, I grasp this day. Under the adversity, I'm still trying to break through and climb out of the calamity. But it's shine from the flame. Under the adversity, I'm still trying to wade through. Forgive me what has since passed, unleash it free. The wreckage tries to consume from underneath. I'm still trying to wait and climb out of the calamity, but it's taking it all from my breath. Until I reach the under the adversity, it's a stepping stone for me.
It's an awesome breakdown.
Cheers.
And
Thank
that
you.
I saw your tapping there.
Yeah.
I saw your little tapping there. You know,
So good.
can't leave the solos out.
Uh-uh.
No. Yeah, we have to have 2 solos in that song.
I like that. Yeah.
I don't think our necks have still recovered to this day, have they either?
No.
I look at that and I feel it. I'm like, oh.
Again, it just works so
Yeah.
perfectly for the full package for that song and that video. It's just so awesome.
Yeah, Alex,
Thank
you,
you.
you said it was like a cheap setup there, but man,
Yeah.
it was awesome. You know.
Yeah, it was really good because I think it was one of those things. It was a really cool location that we have the potential to use. So we were really keen to use it if we could, but I think it just so happened that it worked out really well, with also not costing us an absolute fortune to make a music video, because being in a band's quite expensive.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is the things that you think, oh man, that's not that great. It's not going to be that great, and that thing ends up blowing up. You know, I mean, it just,
Yeah.
or it turns out way better than you thought it was going to be. So
Yeah.
I think we all got there and we were a bit like, is it gonna work? Because initially I had all these ideas of like pyro. I was like, I would like this and I would like that, and I get out of hand with it. But and then we pull up and we're like, okay, there's this cool hangar and there's like this old, this plane, and we're like, oh yeah, and then it's like, but you can't get the sense of what it looks like when you're stood there, broad daylight. You're like, does this look? But it worked so well, I think.
have to rewatch it and look back on it, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody wants the pyro until they ask for $50,000.
Oh my god, it's so expensive. Yeah.
Well, you know what? We can do without that. We'll just be ourselves.
Yeah, I was like, maybe just like some sparklers or something. I don't know.
Well, I have to say it was enjoyable to speak to both of you, especially being
Oh,
over
thank
there
you.
in England.
Oh.
And hopefully one day you'll make it to the U.S. and which should be soon. I
Yeah.
hope.
I
From the
really
way
hope.
that it looks.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, most of our
So
followers like seem from America, which is like amazing because I'd love to do a tour in America. Is the cost is
Yeah.
obviously going to be huge, but that would be like the dream. And at least it's they seem in like one country instead of obviously we have fans all over, but a lot of them, I would say like 60%, maybe 70, are America. So I'm like,
yeah,
okay, we need to go for that way.
We've been really thirsty for solid rock bands.
yeah,
We
yeah,
Oh,
haven't gotten a lot recently, so
yeah.
we appreciate it.
They're here and there, but
Mm.
I could tell you when I announced you know the international show with you guys. I had people from my work, my daily job, they follow me, and they're like, "Dude, international?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, man." I said,
Wow.
rock is everywhere."
Yeah.
So, um, and it wasn't disappointing. I can promise you that. So,
Oh, thank you
um,
Yeah.
so much. We just wanted to
Yeah,
say,
thank you so much.
yeah, appreciate what you do for bands and taking the
Yeah.
interest and the time out of your lives to get to know bands and push them and
Yeah.
it
just
is purely educational, and people, you know, they may not get to hear your music. So we, this is what we do. This podcast, this team gets your music out.
mm,
And we don't do it like say, um, how did I say that last time? Is that you know I always have to fight YouTube all the time because I share your music,
mm,
and they always hit me with AI copyright every time.
yeah.
And I have to make sure that I put on there, this is educational purposes only. This
Hmm.
is the bringing awareness to people where the band origin came from,
Mm,
how you came together as a band,
mm,
and how do you plan to move forward.
mm.
So, and that's what we do.
Well, we appreciate it. It's yeah.
Yeah. It's a platforms like this are exactly what small bands like us need. So yeah, it's been really good.
Thank you.
Well, all
no,
right.
thank you.
Yeah. So at this time, we'll go ahead and wrap up things on today's episode of BSM with Why Eagle Why. Big love to the band, Aethoria, for hanging with us and sharing their sound and story today. Y'all go check them out. Support their music. And from all of us here at BSM with Why Eagle Why, happy holidays. Wishing you good music, good laughs, and great times ahead. Uh, let's see. Oh, disease, can you stop? One sec. I didn't want to stop it.
We are still live.
Oh, we're still live. Oh
Yep,
well.
still live. Yep.
We're just
So
joking. We're not going to end it there.
this goes to show. This goes to show you, Riverside, that you have some work to do. Let's see.
Alex, what do you want to go first?
All right.
I like bands like Opeth, sort of heavier, more like prog influenced bands. Opeth are one of my favourite bands, like Periphery.